Hey folks, it's Dr. Brenda, sociologist, financial coach, full-time RVer traveling the country with my three cats. Also founder of the Gutsy Women Club and Gutsy Women Finances Community. Hey, please subscribe below. If you already subscribed, thank you. It really means a lot to me. Really appreciate it. Today I'm going to talk about kind of a difficult topic here, folks. It's a sexual predator who is in my campground. So first of all, wait a minute. Now, how do you know this? So, true, everything is sort of hearsay. And I'm at a very, very large campground, South Padre Island, Texas. And we have a Facebook group, and that's a way for us to learn about events going on, but for also people to share information. So we've learned about a sexual predator. This has occurred on at least two separate occasions, two different families. This time it's young boys, ages 11 to 16, who are being watched, at the very least, as they take a shower in the bathhouse by an older man. And apparently at one point, this man was bold enough to be naked, smoke a cigarette, and do whatever he was doing as he watched these young boys. So became aware of that incident, different parts of the park, different bathhouses, and then a woman reported in the group that she had contacted the police about a prowler, really a peeping Tom, someone who was peeping in the windows. A neighbor apparently had spotted this person peeping in the windows. She provided a description, so yep, here I am in an RV park, and apparently this is a gentleman in his 60s, white male, who is bald. So look around, that's a good sizable chunk of the population here. So what the campground did was change the bathroom codes. Now, and certainly, the authorities are aware of this, so hopefully patrolling a little bit more. But what should you do when there is a sexual predator, a peeping Tom, a voyeur, somebody in the campground? And you can assume that, I know we like to think, oh, everybody's nice, everybody's having a good time, and I'm just out here, doing my thing. But the fact is, there are sexual predators everywhere, and you got to be aware. So that awareness piece is absolutely critical. In these cases, especially with the young boys, all of these occurred in the daytime. The boy would be showering in the restroom, in the shower rooms, in the bathhouse by himself. But let's talk about some things that you can do, okay? Now, I'm also going to have a video featured at the end of this, and that is a video that I did with Becky, who is specializes in self-defense for women. So make sure that you watch that. So I'm going to give you some tips here. I mean, the first of these is call the authorities. You see this going on, call the police, the sheriff, the rangers, who's ever in charge of your campground, that jurisdiction. Call them. If it's a peeping Tom, you might want to use the word prowler instead. Maybe they'll minimize the concept of a peeping Tom, but a prowler certainly suggests intent, that somebody is prowling and looking to do something not too good. So in these cases, the woman who had mentioned this in Facebook was not sure if the parents had reported it. In at least one case, she said they chose not to. And basically all you're doing is leading this guy up to gain more and more confidence, because nobody is aware of what's going on. The police at least can begin to detect a pattern, begin to put pieces together when these incidents are reported. So yes, by all means, report them. So that is definitely number one. Okay, now number two is there are lots and lots of families here. In fact, there's a whole organized homeschooling and in RVs group here. And so there are lots and lots of kids running around on their bicycles all by themselves. And certainly if you've got a decent shower facility in your RV, insist that that kid shower there. But if you don't, if it were my kid, kids generally don't spend an hour in the shower. Maybe yours does, but most don't. And if you can, certainly, it's got to be daytime. That's got to be a rule, shower only in the daytime. But I would probably take my chair and set it up outside the bathhouse. I was certainly not in the shower room, give my kids some space, but set it up in the bathhouse. You set your chair there, maybe at 10-15 minutes, take a good book, and just make sure that there is nobody who is coming into that shower stall. If they are into that shower area, if they are, you can check on them to make sure, check on your kid to make sure everything's okay. I know you hate to do this, and a kid hates to have this done, being babysat. Definitely have a conversation with your daughter, your son, your child. Instill in them how much they need to be aware of their surroundings, and teach them to, if they can, if they've got a phone, make sure they take it with them, and have them, even if they can call 911 from the shower room, and that predator hears them call 911, he's going to take off pretty quickly. So watch out if you've got the children. Have that conversation and do what you can to protect them as much as you can. All right, number 3, and I'm going to put a link in the description, because one of the things I have is a Ring doorbell. I need my Wi-Fi network to keep going and to monitor it. But what that does is it records action. And so when there's motion, if somebody sneaks up by my door, by my windows on this side, I will have a recording. I will be alerted. I will get a recording, and that's a good way to scare this person off. Now, if you don't have a Ring doorbell and you hear something, put the lights on. Put your outdoor patio light on. If you still suspect something, blast the horn. If you're in your motorhome or something, have a loud noise blaring. Do something to let them know that, hey, you know what, I know what's going on. Oftentimes a light, even shining a flashlight out there through the window, might be enough to deter them. But it's definitely that Ring doorbell. If at least somebody, it'll cover this side of the RV, not the other side. Maybe you could put 2 Ring doorbells if you were really worried about it. But definitely lights, doorbell, make them aware of the fact that you know something's going on. A lot of people suggest having a dog. Yeah, that's great. I've got cats, so I'm not going to cover the dog piece so much, but some will even say, well, pretend you've got a dog, or have a loud dog bark on your iPhone and play that dog barking. All kinds of little tricks like that. Okay, so another tip. Let's talk about showering, going to the shower. So my shower in here is the place where the kitty litter box is stored. I could take that out. I could use it as a shower, but I find that I get better water pressure, and I just prefer, going to the bathhouse, taking my shower, coming back here. I don't have to do all that work with the litter box. And I gotta admit, I've become a little bit complacent when it comes to heading to the shower. So it's not far from me, and I go in the daytime, so definitely take your showers in the daytime. No need to go in the middle of the night and increase the risks that are out there. Okay, so I've got a little handy dandy shower bag, right? So definitely when I'm headed out to the showers next, I'm gonna add some things to my shower bag. Okay, so First of all, I sometimes take my phone, sometimes I don't. Now I am going to always take my phone, and I can hang this over the top part. There's a hook there, so I don't have to get this wet. I can hang it. My phone will be protected. I got some pepper spray. I've got several different variations of pepper spray, but there's no reason I can't put this in my bag with me, and then just sort of this self-defense tool. It's a striking tool. So those are some of the things that I can carry with me. And so, you just got to be prepared. You got to be aware and have to be prepared. And then really the final tip, and maybe this is the most important, is, yeah, take your phone with you, but record. If you can get this person on a video, if you can take a snapshot, that is evidence for you to present to the police, and hopefully get this guy away from kids, away from any possibilities of him harming someone. So okay, so I'm just gonna, yep. So yeah, I mean, I can't overemphasize awareness. Just really be aware of your surroundings, and do what you can do to be safe. So number one, report it to authorities. The second is really talk to your kids about the possibility, and maybe sit outside the bathhouse while he showers or she showers. The third piece is a Ring doorbell, or some type of security around the RV, even a lighting system, dog sounds. The fourth piece is, go to the bathhouse prepared, have some weapons with you, be aware, go in the daytime. And then that final number 5 is to record, take photos, gather evidence, pretend you are an investigator. Be safe. Don't confront this person. That is not your job, unless you are law enforcement, but don't confront the person. So do what you need to do to defend yourself and to provide evidence to the authorities. Okay, so that is it. If you have had this type of experience where there might be a voyeur, peeping Tom, a sexual predator in the campground, and I'd love to hear what your experiences are, any advice that you may have to be as safe as you can and keep your family safe. All right, that's it for today. I hope you are having a fantastic day, and hope to see you on the road. Until next time, I'm Dr. Brenda. Bye-bye.